Hey everyone, welcome to another pregnancy update. Uh, Sorry I failed again at getting these up on time. I don't know if I'm going to have these up weekly at all before Cooper gets here or not because I have just not been doing a good job at it. Life has gotten ahead of me. I'm tired and I'm exhausted at this point in my pregnancy, so it's just a lot for me to balance everything that I have going on right now. Next week on Monday, I am starting homeschooling Colton. I've never homeschooled any children before, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but I have a curriculum and I've been getting stuff organized and in order for that, and I'm really excited. It's just something that's been taking up my time, and then the other day, I finally made it to the DMV here to get my North Carolina driver's license. And I don't know if it's just me, but like that kind of stuff just makes me nervous, like because I never know what kind of questions they're going to ask. And when we moved from Arizona to Utah and I went to get a Utah license, we had to like do a legit driver's test to get it. We had to go through a whole bunch of stuff. They're very, very thorough in Utah when you want to get a license, or at least they were for me. And so I was kind of nervous that they might do that to me here too. And I had just got my license renewed before we moved here. And so I was totally not looking forward to it because I had already redone tests and everything in order to renew it in Utah. But thankfully it was pretty simple and I didn't have any problems. I knew all the signs and stuff that they asked me, so got that out of the way. And then I have a list of stuff that I want to do for Cooper before he gets here, and I feel really behind honestly at this point because I feel like, oh my gosh, like I don't have the newborn and the 0 to 3 month clothes pulled out, and I want to buy him his own going home outfit, and I want to buy him a really special super soft blanket, and like there's so many things, like little things that I want to do and get for him, and I have yet to do it. I have a bunch of lists for separate things for the house, for the baby, for our guest room, getting our guest room finished off so that is all good to go. And then we are leaving for a little quick trip back home, and I have to have the house situated and everything. We're gonna have somebody come and dog sit for us. Hi, Hudson. So anyways, there's just a lot going on. It's just been kind of chaotic. So that is why I have not had my week-to-week pregnancy updates up. Because getting time to sit down and record is just like I don't have any extra time, and I have just been exhausted, like I said. So if I take any little like spaces of time for myself after Chris gets home, it's really just to shower or take a nap. And so I'm not really thinking about trying to film a video and edit and all of that kind of stuff. So anyways, moving into our pregnancy update now that I just spent too much time blabbering. This is going to be my 29 and 30 week pregnancy update. I am 31 and a half weeks right now. But I'm going to go ahead and just update on my 29th and my 30th week. Colin's back there with a box on his head. This is my life. Okay, Colton, can you please go out in the living room and play nicely? So for week 29, the biggest thing for my 29th week that was new from my previous weeks was sciatic nerve pain, and I do not wish that upon anyone. It was really, really bad. I had this terrible pain starting at the top of my lower left side of my back that shot right down my leg, and it hurt so bad. I feel like I have a pretty good tolerance of pain, and I was literally on the verge of tears for a day and a half because this pain was so severe. I thought I was going to have to call my doctor and maybe like go to a chiropractor or something to try and get realigned because I was in so much pain and it was not going anywhere. But thank God, after lots of applying heat to it and trying to massage out that area in my leg, and keep moving the best I could. It did subside, thankfully. I have still been having a lot of lower back pain, but that's very normal, especially for being this far along and my belly being so big. And Cooper, I am very curious to see how much he weighs. Sorry, can you even pay attention to me? I've got one child with a box on his head and another one over here doing yoga. I don't even know what I was saying. So I am very curious to see how much Cooper weighs when he is born. Colton was exactly 8 pounds at birth, and Hudson was exactly 8.5 pounds. So I feel like Cooper is really big at this point, and I read that that's normal to feel like your baby is huge at this point, but I feel like I did not feel like that with my other two. I didn't feel like, because of how they moved and where they moved and how strong everything was, that they were going to be really big. But with Cooper, he moves so much and they're so strong and they hurt. Like, he rolls his little elbows across my stomach all the time. All the time. He's constantly poking them out as far as he can and rolling them across my stomach, and I don't know what he's doing in there. He's like doing martial arts or something, because I can feel him like in every section of my stomach, and they're just like, they're so strong. So it has just been, I don't know, I'm very curious to see how big he is. I've been feeling movements of the whole way up here. Like, I can feel him at the very bottom and the whole way up here at the same time. So, I don't know. I'm a little scared. I'm like, oh my goodness, am I going to have a 9-pound baby? Am I going to have an even bigger baby than a 9-pound baby? Because I just feel like he's really big. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be really funny if he comes out and he's the tiniest one I've had. Like, if he's like a 6 or 7 pounder, that would just blow me away. But, so that has been going on along with the lower back pain. My calves have been so tight, mainly for week 29 and 30. As I've been into week 31, it's let up a little bit, and I'm hoping that it doesn't come back too soon, because I know I kind of like cycles all these phases during pregnancy where you deal with one issue and then you'll probably deal with it again at some point. My calves were so tight, and I kept getting Charlie horses. It was just super uncomfortable to have lots of lower back pain, sciatic nerve pain, and super tight calves. It was just like my muscles were just like killing me in weeks 29 and 30. It was just not fun at all. So I tried my best to get some warm baths in there and apply some heat packs to help things out, but it's just not fun when all that stuff happens. So other things that have been going on is hot flashes. I have been getting hot flashes, and those are so not fun. It is the most random thing. I will be perfectly fine, and it's usually in a scenario where I'm not even somewhere where it's super hot. I'm usually not even outside at the time. It's just like so random. It comes about and I just feel so hot, and it kind of makes me feel sick to my stomach, and I just need to lay down. So that has not been fun. I have been having exhaustion, but kind of different than what I've talked about before. I know I've talked about just being purely exhausted all the time. And recently it's been more of like, it just comes in bouts and at certain times of the day. Like, for pretty decent portion of the day, I'll feel pretty good and I'll feel pretty energized. And then it'll just hit me throughout the day, maybe like 2 or 3 separate times, where I just feel totaled. I just feel exhausted. I just feel like I need to lay down. I need to take a nap. Sometimes I'll feel a little bit like off, like last night when I was really tired and I was cooking dinner and I was just pushing through to get it all made and everything, and it was like one of the meals that required more effort for me, more than just throwing it in the crock pot and taking it out. It was like, I had to go, it took me a while to get everything together, and so by the time I sat down to eat, I just couldn't, and I just needed to go lay down, and I was just not, I don't know, that evening was just kind of rough for me. So that's just kind of been happening more often, as I've just been getting these bouts of just really not feeling well, just being really exhausted and just feeling like my body is definitely feeling this pregnancy and I can't do quite as much as I wish that I could. Keeping up with housework and the cooking and the kids and everything has just really been wearing on me lately. For cravings for these past couple of weeks, I really have not had many like specific cravings. Like really the cravings that I can talk about is just that I crave sweet things. For whatever reason, I want something sweet almost all of the time. It drives me nuts. I hate it. So I've been trying really, really hard to restrict myself, but it's so difficult. So I've just been craving sweet things mainly. And one specific craving that I did have that I have not gotten, I did not fill, was for Starburst. I had the most random craving. I just thought Starburst sounded really good. I didn't get them though. So the last thing that I have to mention is I've just been having mild heartburn on and off, that burning in the back of my throat, burping a little bit more than usual. But I really can't complain because it hasn't been anything to really affect me too much. It does wake me up from my sleep occasionally, and I'll just have to kind of, I'm constantly readjusting because I'm not comfortable right now, but it really hasn't been anything too bad. I would just say it's just been mild. But so that is my updates for weeks 29 and 30 of pregnancy. Like I said, I'm 31 and a half weeks now, so hopefully I can have my 31-week update done in a timely manner, but I'm not going to promise anything. I'll just go ahead and show my bump, and then, oh my goodness, I'm so big. So this is 31 and a half weeks with baby Cooper.